This is a story about the River Onny and how a group of local people came together to help save it from potential harm. I've grown up alongside this river and I've always loved swimming in it with my family and friends. I've seen these signs about saying stop the pipe and I wanted to find out more.
I've known the stream since I was about 5, and before that my father and my uncle fished it, and before then my grandfather fished it. It's a real nursery here for Atlantic salmon.
Lots of people come down here. You can probably see just upstream there's a little beach area, so the kids come and paddle in here. Dogs certainly like to swim in it, but it's a very rich river for wildlife as well. We've got breeding otters here, we've got a native crayfish, we've got a really healthy population of grayling in the river, and we've also got salmon. It's a salmon river, so they spawn further upstream, so we see migrating salmon here in the winter.
The Onny is just a good, ordinary, quality stream. The only thing that's special about it is that it's ordinary, if you know what I mean. It's what a stream should be.
The river runs for about 25 miles, starting near White Grit on the Welsh border and joining the River Teme in Bromfield. The River Clun runs for 28 miles from a place called Anchor and flows into the Teme and Lintwardine.
The River Clun was made a special area of conservation back in around 2004, and that was because of the freshwater pearl mussel that lives in the river. In 2014, the Environment Agency, Natural England, produced a nutrient management plan which was looking at ways they could improve the river, one of which included the pipelines from Bishopscastle Sewage Treatment Works and Bucknell Sewage Treatment Works into the Onny and the Teme respectively. They kind of were discounted for a while, but then in about 21-22 and Natural England, Severn Trent, the Environment Agency and Shropshire Council formed the Strategic Clun Liaison Group, and they resurrected the idea of certainly the pipeline from Bishopscastle to the Onny, and that's what we're fighting against.
So what Severn Trent are proposing is a tiny bit of improvement that's going to go nowhere near to making it acceptable for the pearl mussels. But what it does do, what they are doing, by taking the effluent from Bishopscastle and putting it in the Onny, it's opening up house building in Bishopscastle, which has been restricted because of the protections of the pearl mussels. And one of the concerns we have is that if you look at the River Kemp, which is where the current effluent from the Bishopscastle sewage works flows into, you won't find any salmon in that.
People think that effluent is sewage, and it isn't. It is clean water, because people don't understand the processes that sewage goes through. There are 3 to 4 processes in the sewage treatment process, where we separate solids, we clean the water, etc. But most people think that it is raw sewage, and that is not the case.
I'd find downstream of a sewage treatment works, you'd just get this one organism called a chironomid. You used to get thousands of them, but very little else. Whereas here, we're getting invertebrates that are indicative of a healthy river.
Just on this very stretch, we do some fish monitoring during the summer, and the fish that are that big, the little 1-inch ones, 90% are young salmon that have come up the river and spawned.
These little salmon that we've got in the Onny, in the Clun, in the Upper Teme, they're going to get down to the bottom of the Severn there, and they are going to head to the northeast Atlantic, so probably beyond Shetland out to the Faroe Islands, spend a bit of time there feeding. They're going to head over to Greenland, and then they're going to come back to the River Severn, back to the Teme, and try and find the area that they'll probably generally spawn in. It's good to see a steady run of salmon smolts coming down the Upper Teme here. So they're there, and we've managed to tag them.
Well, if Bishopscastle needs 40 houses, and that's all, why not build a nice big wetland downstream of the sewage works to improve the condition of the sewage as it goes into the river? By doing that, you could have such an improvement to what goes into the river at Bishopscastle that you could have a big improvement there, but still allow another 40, 50 houses. So you get a big net improvement, but a small increase in pollution from those houses. 8 million quid should go into improving what's coming out of the sewage works, not just dumping it somewhere else.
Severn Trent announced their pipeline proposal in December 2024. The Onny Preservation Group was formed and launched an online petition to stop the pipeline, which had reached 8,000 signatures within a month. A public meeting was held that had over 200 people attending who were against the proposal, and on the 10th of May, Severn Trent published a press release stating that the pipeline proposal had been scrapped because it was not possible to guarantee that there would be no impact on the Onny.
We have to look after the natural environment because rivers are, literally, they capture, store and move our water. In the last 5 years, we have worked with lots of different organisations and we have given them grants to enhance and improve different habitats. So that's all about delivering additional biodiversity benefits, because we know that when we look after nature, we tend to look after the water as well.
This just shows that big corporations can work with small environmentalists and locals to create a better world for the natural environment.